Welcome to Wisdom Beyond Ages, where tales of innocence and wisdom intertwine. Picture this. A little girl full of curiosity approached her mother with wide eyes and an earnest voice. "Mommy," she began, "while you were away at work for 3 days, something unusual happened. A strange lady came around." Her mother, intrigued and slightly concerned, leaned in closer to hear more. The young girl's words were simple, yet they carried a weight that hinted at a story waiting to unfold. This moment, seemingly ordinary, was set to reveal layers of unexpected depth and a lesson that transcends generations. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this captivating narrative and uncover the truths it holds. The mother, curious yet calm, replied, "Oh, really? Tell me all about it again when your dad comes home." She encouraged her daughter to share the story later, sensing there might be more to it than met the eye. The child nodded, understanding her mother's interest, and decided to wait patiently for her father's return to recount the strange visitor's tale. This brief exchange hinted at a deeper story woven into their everyday lives, a narrative that promised to reveal insights and perhaps even a lesson or two. With anticipation building, the family prepared for an evening of storytelling where the innocent perspective of a child would offer a fresh, enlightening view on their shared experiences. When the father finally arrived, the mother turned to her daughter with a gentle smile and said, "Now, dear, what were you saying about your daddy?" Her tone was inviting, encouraging the child to express her thoughts freely. The little girl, eyes wide with excitement, began recounting her earlier story, eager to share every detail of the day's events. Her parents listened attentively, exchanging glances that showed their curiosity and anticipation. The mother's earlier intuition about the significance of the story seemed to deepen as the child spoke, her words weaving a narrative that was both intriguing and insightful. The room filled with warmth and connection as the family gathered around to embrace the simple joys of shared storytelling. The father hesitated, wanting to speak and explain the situation, but the mother gently intervened. She placed a calming hand on his arm and softly said, "Let's listen first." Her words were filled with understanding and patience, encouraging him to pause and hear their daughter's perspective. The room felt still, as if holding its breath, allowing space for the child's voice to be heard without interruption. The father nodded, appreciating her wisdom and the importance of letting their daughter express herself. It was a moment of silent communication between the parents, underscoring their mutual respect and shared commitment to nurturing their child's confidence. This simple act of listening became a powerful testament to the strength of their family bond. The father, visibly frustrated, mentioned he would consult his lawyer in the morning. The mother, maintaining her composure, gently urged their daughter to continue her story. Her calm demeanor was a stark contrast to the tension in the room, as she encouraged their child to express herself freely. The daughter, feeling supported, resumed her narrative, her voice steady and clear. The mother's soothing influence helped to ease the atmosphere, allowing for an open dialogue. Her ability to balance firmness with empathy was a testament to her strength and wisdom. This interaction highlighted the family's dynamic, where patience and understanding were valued, creating an environment where the daughter's voice was not only heard but respected. The little girl recounted how her father instructed her to remain in the living room while he and her mother went upstairs. However, her curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to follow them quietly. As she tiptoed up the stairs, she could hear her parents' hushed voices engaged in a serious conversation. She paused, hesitant to intrude, but her heart raced with a mixture of fear and intrigue. The little girl knew she wasn't supposed to eavesdrop, yet she felt an overwhelming urge to understand what was happening. Her small footsteps were barely audible as she edged closer, trying to catch snippets of their discussion, seeking answers to the questions swirling in her mind. I followed them and witnessed them hugging and kissing affectionately before they disappeared into the bedroom. I crept closer, trying to remain unnoticed and silent, my heart pounding in my chest. I didn't want to disturb them, yet I was driven by an insatiable curiosity to understand the world of grown-ups. Their actions seemed comforting and full of love, and I felt a strange mixture of warmth and confusion. As I stood there, I realized there was a lot I didn't understand about adult relationships. I turned away, feeling a bit guilty for intruding on their private moment, but also content that what I saw was a sign of their love for each other. I cracked the door open slightly to satisfy my curiosity, wanting to see what was going on inside. My mom, noticing the slight movement, asked me what I saw. Hesitant at first, I explained that I observed them jumping onto the bed, laughing and playfully tossing pillows at each other. It was an innocent and joyful scene, filled with laughter and spontaneity. Their happiness was contagious, and even though I felt like an intruder, I couldn't help but smile at their carefree moment. It reminded me that love isn't always serious. Sometimes it's found in the simplest, most playful interactions. Relieved, I gently closed the door, feeling a bit more enlightened about the playful side of adult relationships. The little girl continued her story, her eyes wide with excitement. "They were jumping on the bed!" she exclaimed. Her mom, trying to maintain a stern expression, asked, "And then what happened?" The girl hesitated, sensing her mom's disapproval. She shifted slightly, recalling the scene with a mix of wonder and apprehension. "They started laughing so much," she said softly, "and then they fell down all tangled up in the blankets." Her mom sighed, her sternness softening as she imagined the scene. She couldn't help but smile a little at her daughter's innocence, realizing that moments of joy often come from unexpected places. Encouraged by her mom's subtle change in demeanor, the girl felt relieved and hopeful. The little girl glanced towards her dad, her curiosity piqued. She continued, "Then they did what you and Uncle Mike did." Her father raised an eyebrow, caught off guard by the unexpected turn in the story. He exchanged a quick, amused glance with his wife, who was trying to suppress a grin. The girl, unaware of the humor in her words, carried on with her tale, her expression serious and earnest. Her innocent observation brought a light-hearted moment to the family, reminding them of the joy in seeing the world through a child's eyes. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more delightful tales and family moments.